What up? What up? It is your man King Howie back with another video. And how y'all doing this morning? Um, got back in town late. Well, not late, just had a lot of shit I had to take care of. So let's get into this shit, man. Jimmy Butler. Jimmy Butler, who used to play for the Chicago Bulls with Derrick Rose and Joakim Noah. Got did he get traded? I think Jimmy Butler did get traded. Yeah, he got traded for Zach LaVine and I think a draft pick and dang, somebody else went over there. I can't think of his name, but I know Zach LaVine was part of the trade. So Jimmy Butler turned down a $110 million 4-year contract from the Minnesota Timberwolves. Now, it's numerous things that we can cover about this. I'm going to just highlight a couple of things. I think Jimmy Butler should have took the contract. I think he should have took the contract. Just going over his history, he suffered a lot of injuries. Jimmy Butler has been getting injured every year. And now you have all this turmoil going on with Andrew Wiggins and Karl Anthony Towns. Jimmy got hurt this past season. Do y'all remember the All-Star game? Do y'all remember the All-Star game that he was supposed to play in, but he didn't? He showed up, but he didn't play. He sat on the bench because he needed to get some rest. See, this goes deep. First of all, Jimmy Butler is playing for a coach, Tom Thibodeau, who used to coach him on the Bulls, along with Derrick Rose. He runs his players into the ground. They play big minutes every night. I'm surprised Jeff Teague didn't get hurt, and he had a phenomenal year with the Timberwolves. If anybody shined the brightest on the Timberwolves, it was Jeff Teague. Shout out to you, Jeff Teague. You had a great season. Jeff Teague had to take over games when Karl Anthony Towns was out there trying to shoot 7, 8 3-pointers. Man, get your big ass in the paint. Learn some post moves. Get physical. Get a mid-range jumper. You see what Joel Embiid is doing? He using all his arsenal. If you're going to give me the 3-point shot, I'm going to take it. If you're going to give me the mid-range jumper, I'm going to take it. If you're going to let me back you down in the paint, I'm going to take it. Karl Anthony Towns is trying to play like a shooting guard. But that's a whole nother story right there. Jimmy Butler did come over and help the Timberwolves get to the playoffs. But then, they got their asses kicked. But Thibodeau, he runs his players in the ground. And he had Derrick Rose over there, too. Another thing with Coach Thibodeau, he's a great coach on defense. I think the 2010-2011 Chicago Bulls team is ranked one of the top best defense ever in NBA history. True story. They was holding teams to 88 points a game. And that was due to, they had Luol Deng, they had Keith Bogans, they had Boozer, they had Joakim Noah, they had Derrick Rose. That team was a solid defensive team. Defensive team. The only thing with Tom Thibodeau teams, they give you defense, but no offense. Now, that combination with Jimmy Butler, Big Cat, Wiggins, Teague, man, that should have worked. But egos come into play. And that's what happened with Andrew Wiggins. When you have a talented big like Karl Anthony Towns, and it's a lot of things with Karl Anthony Towns, his dad is heavily into his life. You know what I mean? Jimmy Butler is a man's man. He gonna do what Jimmy Butler do whatever he want to do. Don't nobody control Jimmy Butler. But when you have you know the dad playing a big part of his son's career, playing a big part in his son's career, like Karl Anthony Towns. His dad is like super into his career, his NBA career, and now you have Andrew Wiggins who want to just shoot. I don't know what Andrew Wiggins. I don't know who. Put it like this. I don't know who Andrew Wiggins think he is. I mean, yeah, the guy he's very talented, but he kind of want that spotlight. I mean, go to his Instagram. He wearing tight ass jeans, pause. You know what I mean? Trying to be a model and all that shit. Like, are you trying to be a model, bro? Or are you trying to be a basketball player? You know what I'm saying? Maybe it's because he see guys like Devin Booker getting a big contract like that, um, and getting the shine, and you seeing these up and coming stars getting the shine, and I mean, yeah, you could kind of get drowned out playing next to Cat and Jimmy Butler and Jeff Teague. If that's the reason why Jimmy Butler turned down the contract, just go to the Knicks. Like, it's a few teams I could see Jimmy Butler going to. He got to, play out the rest of this year of his contract, and then, they could still try to trade him. But I could see Jimmy Butler playing with the Pacers. Not too many egos, a team of guys that want to win. You know what I mean? Victor Oladipo, I mean, yeah, he's getting a lot of spotlight, his singing career and the guest appearances on TNT and various other shows that he's been on. I think Jimmy could fit in well because those egos are what the Victor Oladipo's spotlight that he has. It doesn't translate to his basketball game. You know what I'm saying? He's not out there trying to showboat or anything like that. He just want to win. He's a hard worker. Jimmy Butler has those same ethics too to his game. I could really see Jimmy Butler on the Pacers. I could really see him on the Pacers or the Knicks. Go over there and take over that team. Kristaps Porzingis is injury prone. Tim Hardaway, he was a up and coming something, but I don't know. I guess the injury from last year kind of held him back a little bit. Who else they have over there? I forget who they got over there, man. Knicks is just all over the place. Who knows what Dolan is doing? But I could see Jimmy taking over that team. I mean, they got Fizdale. He's the head coach over there for the Knicks. I think that'll probably work out good. But to turn down a $110 million contract that I think you should have took, I just think that wasn't smart thinking, man. I mean, you injury prone. Jimmy Butler been getting hurt for like the last 3 years. He been getting hurt. And another thing that's wrong with this whole picture is, Thibodeau initially wanted to bring Jimmy Butler over there to close out games. He couldn't even do that. Jimmy Butler likes to bring the ball down the court and try to set something up for himself. Like, watch Jimmy Butler try to close out a game. I mean, he's capable of doing it. I just think that he hasn't learned how to do it yet. I mean, that debacle they had in the playoffs was just crazy. That was crazy. That failure they had in the playoffs was crazy. I was not expecting that from the Minnesota Timberwolves. I mean, Karl Anthony Towns played horrible. I couldn't believe my eyes, man. Jeff Teague was trying his hardest to keep them close into the playoffs. Trying to keep them close in the playoffs. He was the only dude that played in the playoffs that showed up. Wiggins was mentally not there. Karl Anthony Towns, I didn't understand what was going on with him. I mean, like, dude, why are you chucking up 13 threes in a game as a big man? You should get your ass in the paint. I really don't see nothing special about Karl Anthony Towns, to be truthfully honest with you. I think he kind of soft, man. I mean, like when I make an adjective like that about a player, just prove me wrong. That's all I ask. But Jimmy, bro, you should have took this contract, 110 million, 4 years. You should have took the contract. I don't know where you're gonna make this other. I don't know where you're gonna make them kind of money you think you're going. You probably might. You might get the IT treatment. You see what's going on with him. He over there with Denver coming off the bench. So who knows, man? If Jimmy Butler don't work anything out with the Minnesota Timberwolves, I would like to see him on the Indiana Pacers to give them a chance at competing with the East against the 76ers and the Raptors and Boston. Or just go to the Knicks and make a name for yourself. But 110 million only come around one time. I mean, we'll see, man. I mean, who know? You never know. I mean, the salary cap will go up. It might be a team willing out there, might be willing to pay him 160, 70 million if that's what he's trying to go for. You know what I'm saying? I mean, he can get that kind of paycheck, but I don't know. I would have took the $110 million contract because, you know, the injury thing is going to play into everything. You know what I'm saying? Especially with these one-year deals going on now. You see what happened to DeMarcus Cousins. Jimmy might get a $5 million deal, man. You know, some teams might not want to take the risk. Man, y'all tell me what y'all think, man. I'm out.